4-card challenge cycle is out, and we're going to be playing 2.3 Wall Breakers cycle with Evolved Dark Goblin, Evolved Ice Spirit, Evolved Cannon, and Evolved Wall Breakers. I haven't really played much of this, so I don't really know what the best strategy is or the best troll is, but all I know is if I can play cycle pretty well. Okay, so he's going to be doing the same thing, it looks like. If I can play cycle pretty well, I just need to cycle the wall breakers or the cards that are most broken over and over again. Like, getting to evolve wall breakers that quickly should be illegal. So we're just going to keep playing them. And this cycle of just playing wall breakers over and over again seems kind of nasty, because sometimes we're getting one to the tower and sometimes he's getting to his Evo Snow, but then we get the next ones on the map. He's going to have to snowball again. And then we're going to go for wall breakers again, and we're just going to go for wall breakers again, and we're going to keep him in this perpetual cycle where he's just not getting any damage, and I'm just getting to my Evo wall breakers. So sometimes I'm crumbing out some chip damage here. And he's going, this is the game. And look, I'm just getting chip damage, and he's stuck in this cycle, and he can't do anything because he has to stop them. Otherwise, I just take his whole damn tower. But hold the wall breaker spamming, Ken, you sexy stallion of a man, because today's video is sponsored by Etheria Restart, baby. Thank you to Etheria Restart for sponsoring today's video. Etheria Restart is a turn-based hero strategy RPG set in a virtual world where players become hyperlinkers, which are basically elite summoners who awaken these animus to fight a spreading threat called the Genesis. You build squads from multiple attribute heroes, you master dynamics in turn-based combat, and battle in real-time player versus player arenas. You can upgrade with customizable modules and build team synergy for the ultimate fight force. There's epic boss fights, gameplays focused on strategy, competition, collection, progression, and right now there is a special event going on called Global Fest, and it allows you to use the code on screen to get 10 free pulls, and there is a 7-day login event going on as well for extra awards, as well as a ton of returning player awards. So there's never been a better time to play Etheria Restart. I think you guys will enjoy it, so make sure to use the code and download it using the link below. What the fuck is going on? Oh, this is great. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm just going to keep doing this, and I'm thinking this is the best strategy, going with Cannon, for me anyway, because I, self-proclaimed cycle god. That's what they're saying online anyway. It's not really me. That's not going to work, little bro. Oh, fuck, it is. Shit. You dare use my own skill? No, wait. Hang on. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's let him get the tower. He's trying to do what I'm doing, and let's get him back in the cycle. Let's get him back in the defense cycle where he's just forced to defend. Look, he's trying to adapt. He's trying new things, but it's just not going to... Wait, it kind of is working low-key. All right, now, if the lumberjack dies, though, we're chilling. So he's trying to get out of the cycle. Little does he know, I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to keep spamming him until I get the 3 crown. And this is great. This is what I live for. Yep. And now I'm back to the Evo breakers. He can't afford lumberjack, and he's stuck back in the snowball cycle. Surely this beats everything. The one thing I was worried about is if they're spamming drills on my tower. But the Evo wall breakers are so OP that this is just fucked. Let's hit him with a good game just to trigger him a little bit. And that is going to be a successful, well played, high skill first game. And I don't think we need to make any tweaks so far. I was thinking maybe of playing Goblin Barrel, but Goblin Barrel you can't kite around and they can ignore it. I feel like the wall breakers are just they're such a menace. All right, let's start again. Let's start the cycle again. Wall breakers, and see. Okay, wall breakers in this lane. He did play a troop, so I don't want to push into it, and he's gonna go for that. So let's go for wall breakers. Oh, okay. You know what? We will defend that, so that might be annoying for our wall breaker spam here, and he's gonna get some chip damage here. Don't like that, but he's gonna have to snowball. Wait, is this the fucking game? He's squeaked out a troop there, and he's chosen to go for the evolved wall breakers. So you know what? Let's activate King and then get right back to it. So we've activated King. He's gotten another troop there, to be fair. But the next set of wall breakers is coming in real hot. Firecracker misses, so we get a double connection, and I think it's time we start going for the next tower. Oh man. Wait, he's evolving. Wait, hang on. He's adapting. I'm just going to keep doing this, to be fair, and then try and 3 crown him. I feel like if I do this... Okay, we need to make sure we don't get 3 crown, and as long as we don't get 3 crown... Ooh, dear fuck. No, Chad, he's doing the thing to me. Hang on, how did the tables turn? Oh, I know how the tables turn. Fuck! No! I shouldn't have stopped. The more skeletons means the more 3 crown. He's crying at me. No, he adapted. I feel like what I should have done is I should have played 1 Dark Goblin, or I don't know, because then you get in this perpetual cycle of, like, whoever gets the momentum going, like, controls the game. But he switched. I shouldn't have switched. I should have taken the left tower completely. I should have taken the right tower completely. And then after that, I should have just kept spamming on the king tower. And I feel like I would have won quicker than he would have. All right, this is not that bad because every time a wall breaker connects, it's damaging his P.E.K.K.A down. So I just need to keep this going. Although he did tank a bit and now he's gone for the wizard there. So I think I will defend. I think because he's not playing a spammy strat here, I think I'll go for a defense. Let's go for a cannon to tank for my Dark Goblin. And then I think we should be good on the defense here. He did cycle his P.E.K.K.A, but now we get back to it. Right back to it. I think I might actually change lanes here because I don't want to spam into that. Okay, alright, let's actually go for an Evo. Let's go for a Dark Goblin. Let's go for an Ice Spirit here. And then let's go for an Evolved Dark Goblin. And let's try and damage this down here. The Ice Spirit, we got triple Dark Goblin threat. Let's go for the Evolved Wall Breakers to hopefully bait something out. It's actually kind of crazy how quickly the Evolved Executioner hits there. And it looks like we're going to take that tower and bait out his Evolved Wizard. So I'm just going to keep spamming this lane so that we can take it. And let's go for a Dark Goblin and go for an Ice Spirit. And we shouldn't take too much damage there. Very nice. And now we begin the onslaught on the King Tower. We go for the Wall Breakers. We go for the Wall Breakers again. And I think we just go for an Evolved Dark Goblin. I don't want to make the same mistakes as last time. This is so obscene. I'm going to go for this over here. Because obviously the King Tower is the end of the game. So let's go for an Evolved Dark Goblin here and chill out a little bit while these Executioners are on the map. Go for an Ice Spirit to try and mitigate the damage. And hopefully that... Okay, the Executioner didn't hit either of my Dark Goblins, which is perfect. And now that the Okay, he's terrified of what my Wall Breakers can do, clearly. Because he is just blocking the lane with Executioners and he's just given up because there's no way he can take the tower. So I think that's the strategy, right? I think the strategy is you just have to try and take both side towers and then buckle up for a defense. Unless you can get the 3 crown quickly. I think I fumbled against that guy before. I mean, I definitely fumbled. I was in a 2-tower winning situation. I let him 3 crown. But defending against those skeleton barrels without a spell was kind of nasty. But I feel like if I just like got my Evolved Dark Goblin down with the splash smoke and it was just chilling at the back of the map, I would have been good. Anyway, we're in the snowball cycle, so this is really good. Oh, they're getting smarter. They're getting smarter. They're adapting. All right, so the Valkyrie's just getting a ton of value there. So we're going to just let that go. Actually, let's go for an Ice Spirit. Let's go for an Ice Spirit there. And then mitigate the damage. Go for this. And then go for this to try and stop that. And he's going to spend a lot of Elixir over there. So I'm going to go like this and just kind of go for an Evolved Dark Goblin to defend all this. And he's going to choose to go for that. So let's go for the Evolved Ice Spirit, which is going to clutch up on defense here. Very nice. And we're back in the cycle, which is very good. And he's going to go for Evolved Furnace. All right. And he's going to choose to go for Evolved Valkyrie as well. So I'm going to keep spamming a little bit over here. And then I'm going to have to go with a Dark Goblin to defend the Evolved Valkyrie and the Evolved Furnace here. Let's go for an Ice Spirit to stop the Evolved Furnace as much as we can. And then let's go for another one. Let's go for Breakers here. And then let's go for Breakers in the other lane because he's probably going to commit a troop like Valkyrie or Furnace. Or he's just going to take a truckload of damage in that lane, truckload of damage in this lane, truckload of damage in that lane. Nah, this is foul. This is foul. I feel like the last time I was playing this challenge without Evos, it was just like I had to like clutch up with cycle defense, you know what I mean, against whatever it is. It's almost like empirical evidence that like this game is just like brain rot with evolutions, because this is just the 4-card evolution mode, and the most broken thing you can do is play cycle cards, and this guy has just completely vanished from the lobby. It's insane. And I wanted to take this opportunity kind of while we're just trolling these guys to share a little experience I had today, where I was kind of lost with where I wanted to head with everything, with, you know, post 1 million subscribers, don't mean to, you know, whew. But, you know, with all that whole thing, I was like, where do I want to head? Just in my life and whatnot. And I turned off my TV, I turned off my phone, and I kind of just went to the beach. I feel like any area that's sort of like in nature, or you just, I don't know, somewhere that makes you think or whatever. Okay, we're not going to make the same mistakes as last time. We're going to go for a cannon here. And we're going to hope and pray that we don't... Okay, we've taken his tower already. But as I was saying, yeah, and it was really good. It's something I've talked about, which obviously Harvard took from me when they mentioned a video talking about this, which is that boredom is really good for you. But the thing is, I didn't even see it as boredom. Okay, this is going to be clutch. Evolve Cannon here. That is clutch. That's what I should have been doing against the last Skeleton Barrel guy. Let's go for this here. And then let's go for Wall Breakers to try and stop that. And then let's go for an Evolved Ice Spirit. And that should be able to stop all that. Very nice. I think XC's going to line up and get like 10,000 value in Elixir. And he's going to go for another Skeleton Barrel push. So let's go Dark Goblin in the back, preparing for this. He's got Baby Dragon. Don't know about that one, little bro. The only problem is here I have to push into all his shit, which, you know what? No, I don't. Fuck that. Let's go like this, and then let's go for Ice Spirit to kind of block that XE hit here. Try and let the Dark Goblins get a bit of value. And it looks like he's spamming my ass to try and clutch up at the end here. So let's try and make sure he can't do that whole thing. Go for a little Ice Spirit there to block the first hit. And then even though the Evolved Lumberjack Ghost is going to come out, it's going to do fuck all. Let's go for a Dark Goblin. Little bro is way over his head with this Skeleton Barrel spam. It's not going to work. I have Evolved Cannon, and that's going to be GG. I think it was a solved game against the other guy. I just made some mistakes. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, I was just sitting there by myself. It was important that I was by myself. Literally just not distracted by anything, not influenced by anybody else. Just by myself, internally thinking about what I'm just what resonates with me, you know, when I'm not influenced by, you know, my phone or my computer or the TV or anything. Like what resonates with me when things aren't being put into my head. Where do I want to be? What do I want to do with my life? And I came to some conclusions, as you would in that situation, because your brain starts thinking to, I guess, because that's what brains do. Turns out humans are not as dumb as we think. Brains will brain. So my brain started braining all over the place, and I think that was a really good thing, and I'm almost wanting to do that. I know I won't, realistically, with just how life goes, but I feel like doing that on a daily basis is such a good thing, and I would encourage everybody else to do it. I think that you stay out there until you reach kind of a point where you're like, okay, I've kind of, you know, I don't know, I've thought some things, and I'm happy with what I was thinking, or I know what to do now, sort of thing. You kind of reach some conclusion. You stay outside long enough, or you think long enough. You just get to a point. I don't really know how to describe it, but yeah, no, it was a very good thing. Anyway, chat, we're in a bit different of a battle this time. Hopefully, the Evo Ice Spirit jumps. Very cool. And then I'm going to go for an Ice Spirit here to try and block that first hit. Go for a little Wall Breakers here. Go for a little Wall Breakers there. Go for a little Wall Breakers everywhere. And he's going to have his Evo Valkyrie, which is fine because the broken thing about the Evo Wall Breakers is that they fucking do damage to everything. All right, let's go for this. I don't want my Dark Goblin to... Fuck. All right, let's go Wall Breakers on the right. And let's go... Yeah, this is a bit of a weird one. I'm going to go with this because that will kind of counter both. Take off the shield there. Go for Wall Breakers. And the cannon's going to help out there. Ooh, not a good Valkyrie from my slime. And then let's go for this. And then whatever he plays to counter that, probably Valkyrie. We'll get Evo Dark Goblin. And oh my god, so much damage. He's going to Valkyrie. There it is. And I'm going to go for a Dark Goblin here. I'm going to go for this. I'm going to go for a Dark Goblin over here. And then we're going to continue the spam. Beautiful. He probably goes Valk. Yes, he does. And then let's go for a Dark Goblin here. And a cannon to cycle and not let the Dark Goblin, the Evo Dark Goblin, die. Very cool. Let's go for Wall Breakers over here. And then I wonder if he even needs to answer. Okay, yeah, of course he will need to answer because the Wall Breakers will connect if... Wall Breakers are a disgusting card. This is why. That's the reason. All right, let's... Oh! He's not going to like that. Oh my god, and that's going to be GG, baby. Jinx E has been taken down. And my god, am I liking this. I feel like now that I know I could have beaten that guy with the Skeleton Barrel spam, I'm thinking like, I feel untouchable right now. I just feel like, I feel like I can beat anything. And I want to be proven wrong. But, okay, alright, little bro. Okay, I see what you're trying to do here, Squeaker. I've played these games before, so we'll see if this works out. Now the momentum's switched a little bit, so it's my turn to spam. So wait till that Dark Goblin fucks off, and then let's go for Evo Breakers and see what happens here. I'm going to go for defensive wall breakers here to tank the Dark Goblin and the Knight. And I think that should be pretty clutch. Now, I'm going to go for a cannon so that if he does go wall breakers, it's not going to do anything. And all right, yeah, good comeback there. I think I've shook Shredder a little bit over here. Let's go for wall breakers. He might go Dark Goblin again. Okay, he's going to go Dark Goblin. So he is going to snipe that from the bridge. Okay, let's go like this and this. And this is going to be a very value, I think, evolve cannon. Yes. God, the cannon gets a lot of value. Let's go for this up high. And, ooh, okay, yes. All right, that's good. Let's go for wall breakers here, wall breakers there. And let's see if this little counter push here can do something. Come on. Oh, the wall breakers. Double connection. Very nice. All right, let's go for a cannon here. And then let's go for a cheeky Ice Spirit. Love how the Ice Spirit can actually jump on the Dark Goblin now, as opposed to before. And, okay. Come on. Let's go for a wall breakers here. He's going to get a bit of chip damage there, but I think we're all good. I love how this is like a completely different game. Oh, Evo wall breakers are going to get a ton of damage over there. Very nice. But we've got to be careful here. I think the evolve cannon's going to get an absolute truckload of value. Oh my god. And he can't push in with wall breakers because the cannon's just going to tank them. So now we get back to spamming and see what we can do here. Spam some more wall breakers. Spam as many wall breakers as I can. And that's going to be GG. We're going to take the left tower. Maybe even the right tower if there's enough time here. Whew. And that is going to be GG's. So yeah. I just want to encourage everybody to try what I said in this video. And if you have anything else that I should try in this challenge, trolling, that could be fun, let me know in the comments section. And I'll see you tomorrow.